I'm Nicole. Welcome to the Crafty Tinkerer. I decided today to bring my video outside. It's such a beautiful day. This week I've mostly been working in the yard, laying mulch and transplanting bulbs and things. So that means that I have not had much time to knit. I have been working on a hat in my downtime, and I did manage to do about 5 rows of my sweater, but that's not quite as far along as I had hoped to be by now. I will start with the hat that I'm doing. I saw Lewis from Brooklyn Boy Knits talk about Lion Brand Yarn's Hat Not Hate campaign, and I had some blue yarn and figured I would do a hat. So here's the hat that I've been working on for that. I haven't actually been following a pattern. It's just something that I'm sort of making up as I go along. We'll see how it comes out. And I do know that they do have a pattern available on Ravelry, but I haven't actually checked it out yet because I already cast on this hat before I found out about the pattern. For this hat I'm using Peyton's Canadiana worsted weight yarn. I don't know if you can see that. And the color is number 34, but it's obviously a navy blue color. There's lots of dog hair in it. Right. If you would like more information on how you can contribute to Hat Not Hate, I will put a link in the comments below. YouTube will not allow me to put any clicky links in yet, so that's what I've been working on here and there in the car and when I sit on the couch for a few minutes, but mostly I've been in the yard from morning until evening. Something really exciting this week. I found out about a yarn company called Pandia's Jewels that are here in the Hudson Valley, and I was browsing the website. Usually I'm not an impulsive shopper, but I saw the color on her website and I knew that if I did not buy this skein of yarn, I would regret not getting it. I plan to do either a shawl or a cowl. It matches my winter coat, so it is called You Need to Ask the Magic 8-Ball. And it is blues and purples and some black in there. And again, the name of the company is Pandia's Jewels. She doesn't make the dye, she doesn't have dye lots. So if you are planning to use her yarn for a project with multiple skeins of yarn, she recommends that you blend the skeins as you go. I really can't wait. This is a DK weight yarn, Delight DK it's called, and it's 75% merino wool and 25% nylon. So I'm really wanting to cast on a project with this, but I already have 3 projects I'm working on right now. I'm hesitating to cast on, but she also sent a little sample of another DK. It's a fluffy DK yarn, and I was thinking this might be good for one of my little birds, so we'll see. I really liked that Julia wrote a little handwritten thank you note on the receipt for the order for the yarn. That was cute. And she also put one of her buttons in there, so I'll be sure to put that on my knitting bag. The other project I'm working on is a 3-year-old size flax sweater, which is also Tin Can Knits. I've started, but I was interrupted because I decided that I wanted to do a cardigan, and it was a much larger project, so I better start on it now. So anyhow, I'm working on this a little bit at a time, but I haven't worked on it in a few weeks. And this is Drops Fable yarn. And I used just a regular brown for the neckline, and then I switched to this color for the body. So I don't know when that will be done, but hopefully I will have a recipient who will be able to fit into it by that time. I finished the neckline, and like I said, I've done 5 rows. I picked my first pattern out. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see that or not. And I have used stitch markers to indicate here. This is where these 2 little pink ones, this is where I will put my steek. It's been really nice to work outside this week. The daffodils have been up, the tulips are up, the cherry tree, the weeping cherry tree is in bloom with its little pink flowers. As you can see behind me, this is another cherry tree with some white blossoms. The bleeding hearts have come up now. Those seem to really shoot up once they start. It's like they pop out of the ground, and then a few days later they already have flowers on them. They're really nice. I'm sorry that I don't have more sweater talk this week, but I really have been enjoying myself out in the yard. Now that I'm mostly finished with the yard work, I can sit out here in the yard and work on some of my knitting. I am wondering how many projects you have on your needles right now. I would generally only work on one project at a time. I wouldn't start another one until one was finished, because most of the projects that I used were the same size needles. But now that I have circular needles and I have some 4-inch ends and some 5-inch ends, I'm finding that I am casting on all these projects, and then I get bored with it and I move on to the next one. If you would like to get email updates to follow along when I upload a video, you can click this button over here to subscribe. And if you have liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you would like to tell me about how many unfinished objects you have, please leave a comment. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.